I'm here at CES 2025 and I've popped by the Weebitnano suite to have a chat with them to see what it is they're showcasing here this week. So thank you very much for joining us. Why don't you start by telling us a little bit about yourself and also tell us about the company as well?
Sure. My name is Eran Briman. I run marketing and business development for Weebit. Weebit is a licensor of resistive RAM technology, or short ReRam. We work broadly with most of the foundries and IDMs who are actively looking for this next generation non-volatile memory solution.
Fantastic. And to start with, why don't you tell us about some of the breakthroughs that the company's had recently, or any news that you'd like to share with us?
Sure. So actually just earlier last week, we announced a new licensee, a new deal with onsemi. So onsemi has decided to adopt our ReRam technology for their BCD process, 65 nanometer BCD. For power management solutions for automotive and industrial applications. We're very excited about this, and this project is starting nowadays.
Fantastic. And I know that you've had another breakthrough, which is it's fab support for your ReRam technology. So can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yes, actually, this deal with onsemi is our third deal so far. The previous two were with foundries, so we licensed the technology to Skywater Technologies, and then earlier last year it was with Dongbu High-Tech. And we're now expanding into more and more fabs and foundries and IDMs. There's definitely a big interest in new embedded non-volatile memory solutions for different applications. In the case of onsemi and Dongbu High-Tech, this was more power management and mixed signal designs, but we're seeing other applications that really require that kind of resistive RAM technology.
And can you tell us a bit more about those other applications? I'm guessing things like data centers and AI are quite popular.
AI is definitely very popular. I would actually start with microcontrollers in general, where there's a need to have a non-volatile memory right next to your microcontroller, specifically to hold things like firmware or code for the MCU. And then automotive, definitely a big push over there. Automotive designs are usually done at the more advanced process nodes, and in 28 nanometer and below, there's no embedded flash possible. It's not available in these process nodes. And so that's definitely a big opportunity for resistive RAM and for Weebit. And then when it comes to AI, in the edge AI space, there's an interest and a need for very large non-volatile memory solutions, specifically to hold the neural net weights. So that's in the megabytes or tens of megabytes of resistive RAM or non-volatile memory. Today in the market for edge AI, customers are using a two-die solution because they cannot integrate the ReRam into a single die. But we see this in the very near future. They would have this opportunity to include non-volatile memory such as resistive RAM on a single die at 22 nanometer and even more advanced.
Okay, so following on from that then, we know that the memory market has grown exponentially over the last year or so. So I'm interested to hear what your predictions are for the memory market in 2025.
So definitely in 2025, now that resistive RAM is available for customers to use and license and adopt and integrate into their designs, we see the year of 2025 as the year of resistive RAM, where more and more customers, foundries, top-tier foundries and IDMs such as onsemi and others will be adopting resistive RAM and offering this to their customers at different process nodes for a broad range of applications.
Fantastic, yeah. Thank you. And if you had to sum it up in a couple of sentences for us, what is it about your technology that is reshaping, the embedded memory?
So there's a few things there. First of all, the cost effectiveness of our solution really makes a big difference if you try to compare this with things like magnetic RAM. that requires special tools and special materials and even dedicated clean room space. That's very, very costly. You try to look at embedded flash where there's a need for 7 or 10 additional masks. That's also not very cost effective. So in terms of cost effectiveness, we're definitely the number one solution. Then in terms of power consumption, definitely very low power. We only use a core voltage, less than 1 volt for programming, for reading the memory. In terms of performance, the endurance cycles that we can reach 100K cycles beyond other solutions in the market. So overall, it's a blend of different advantages that we provide.
And finally then, what would you say is your overall message here at CES this week?
So this is the time for resistive RAM. This is now the time for ReRam. We see this across the board, different foundries, different applications. This technology has been around for decades now under research, and now it's getting into real mass production, and we're looking forward to see more of this coming in the coming year.
So are we. So thank you very much for your time, and stay tuned on Electronic Specifier for more news from Weebitnano. Thank you.